surrender, you still ask the question to Guru or to whomsoever you surrender.
What question are you going to ask?
Any question.
If you're going to surrender to God, what question are you going to ask him and he's going to come and answer your question? Hukum. This whole chapter is about surrendering to God. This is God. But because some of us find formlessness so difficult, and the Sikh religion, Guru Nanak's path, does not have a form. There's no form. It's just the book, but the book is the gyan, the knowledge. It's not the form of God. So some people find it very difficult. Yeah, that is why I gave you the option, a spiritual friend, a guru. Start there. Finally, you have to come to formlessness. Hukum is formlessness. Who's hukum? That formlessness is hukum. The flow for the jnanis. Yeah? Or karma for the karma yogis. Same thing. It's not different. Yeah? But why did you ask this question?
Because many times I feel like asking a question is futile.
Correct. You already know the answers. There is a knowingness within you. You feel that, no?
Yeah.
Sometimes when I answer something, you already knew the answer. You just asked me for a thappa, confirmation stamp. Yes, now confirm. Yeah. So check. Many times you already know the answers, but your own clouds want to block it from you. Because your ego does not want you to see the truth. It knows that it has to die for you to get established in the self. And it does not want to die. Yeah, so it's trying its survival tactics. And it succeeds with most of you. Yeah. So check. How can I become stronger than this ego? What can I do so that my ego weakens and weakens? Yeah. Because that brings up that blossoming of humility which does not exist in you at all right now. Right now it's all fake humility. You see that, no?
Yes.
You decide to be humble.
Yeah.
You revise the statement in your head and then you open your mouth and speak it. Have you noticed? This is the way you are humble. It's not a flowering of the personality. When there is a blossoming or flowering of the personality as humility, there is no need to revise anything in the mind. It is just coming from the isness. Are you seeing this?
I had this right just now before going out that I wanted to share something. The first time it came to me, it was somewhere from within. It was some intuition that, but after that, I kept mulling over it, and then it was my ego that like, oh my God, that was such a nice thing that you just thought about. And then it kept mulling over it. So the first time it comes, share. Don't just hold on. Otherwise, after that, it's just thinking.
Beautiful. This is the next point coming up. I'll explain this in the next shloka.
Jnana Yoga is for the head and Bhakti Yoga is for the heart. Many a time I feel that Jnana Yoga is my path, but at the same time I have immense feeling when I see Guruji's pictures or when I see him. Sometimes during the knowledge session, I come across certain things that touch my heart and I feel eternally grateful. I wanted to wait for this session to complete and ask. I'm really confused if I am a Jnana Yogi or not.
Your answer really you know. Ekta does not know. I don't even know your name. But only you know which meditation took you deep. The one we did last week where we entered from just the mind level. Only doing neti with thoughts. Did that take you there? Or the one from the bhava, from emotions where you did neti with emotions? Which one took you there? The one that takes you to the isness is the one that works for you. It's that simple. Yeah. Otherwise, we all are equipped with head and heart. It's going to be there. But what takes me to the present moment is my key. Yes. And become clearer and clearer as we go. Any other question?
Not at all.
Okay. Should I move ahead? No questions in the room, na? So we were talking about God and how He keeps giving. Yeah. So the next one is Denda de lende thak pahi. The giver keeps giving relentlessly, while those who receive grow weary of receiving or of taking. The giver keeps giving relentlessly. Relentlessly means ceaselessly. While the receiver grows weary of receiving.
Why does he say really here? Because people get greedy as this.
Yeah, but you do realize, everybody comes up with that little realization every now and then, just asking, but they keep asking it. They know that they want, but they keep wanting because they just don't know another way. You've not even touched on that other way. And especially there's so much pressure from society, from TV, from media, from everywhere to run, attain this, achieve that, greedy in every way. Everything is pulling you towards greed. And now it's so much that you don't even realize it is greed. You don't even call it greed anymore. Really, do you need that new phone? No, your previous phone is working well. You want it, why? Because it's new in the market and everybody has it. And the ad is again and again on TV. So you have to take the new phone. Do you wait for your phone to break that for a week you can't use your phone? Do you wait? You keep running. You realize also I'm running. This is pointless. Don't you realize? You grow weary of it, but you still keep doing it. Like that, a hamster on a wheel. He keeps running. It's pointless. Somewhere he also feels, what am I doing? But he keeps running. Like the dogs in India keep running behind the car. Yeah, they overtake the car. What am I doing? But still, the same thing continues. Animalistic tendency. How do you stop? Just by awareness. The problem is we are living unconsciously. A hypnotist can hypnotize you and you'll just keep doing what he says. Like that, we are hypnotized by our own ego and its greed and its way of living. And we just, follow whatever this ego wants. Very unconsciously we are living life. We are not conscious. We are not aware why we are doing things. Suddenly you wake up one day and you say, what is the point of this life? Where have I been going? What am I running after? You wake up for a few minutes, you realize, let me stop doing this nonsense that I'm doing. You come to the moment, but then you realize this one is running, that one is running, that one is running, TV is talking about running, media is talking about running. Oh, I have made this whole empire, let me start running again. Happens, no? Yeah. In those few moments where it naturally happens to you, that is the time you stop and really look. Because when you're running, you will not know that you can be conscious also. But naturally, when you become conscious, it lasts a very little, few seconds sometimes, very little while. But that is the moment of awakening for you. It is a self-awakening. Only you can do it for yourself, right? I cannot point out when that moment happens to you. Only you will know. That is the moment to stop and really see everything as it is. What am I doing? Just the recognition of it, that, oh, I was doing it in an almost unconscious state, helps you become more awake. So the more you feed the awakened state, the more it grows. The more you feed the unconscious state in you, the more unconsciousness grows. Are you understanding unconscious? Right now, with eyes open, are you conscious or unconscious?
Unconscious.
Unconscious. So you didn't get it only. You become unconscious not only in the material world, you become unconscious on the spiritual world also. Have you noticed?
Yes.
Here also you're listening to Ekta unconsciously most of the times. Suddenly you become aware when you realize your answer was wrong. Hai na? Suddenly you wake up. Yeah? We go on autopilot mode in life. This is what we need to stop and again recognize. This is awareness. This stopping and recognizing again and again and again and again and again. Till the point where it becomes your nature to be awake and aware all the time. You get it? This is a practice. Sakshi Bhav. How many of you did Ashtavakra? You know what I'm talking about. So others have no idea. Sakshi itself means witness. Yeah, if you've not done, do Ashtavakra. So you understand this in its entirety. Yeah? That complete awareness, that being a witness to whatever is happening is the same as hukum. We learned it so many years ago. It's just a new word today. It's just your ego giving an excuse why you didn't apply it before. This one works better for me. Hukum. It's the same way. No difference. It's the same thing. Wake up, wake up. Recognize that I go into this unconscious hypnotic state. And who's hypnotizing me? I am doing it to myself. Are other people responsible? Situations responsible. Media is responsible. You know? Facebook is responsible. I am doing it to myself. I am doing it to myself. So wake up, wake up. The sooner you wake up, the easier it will get. Some people have that samskara from a past lifetime. Yeah, and they wake up quickly. Some take a very long time. And it's okay, whatever happens to you is again hukum. So, no beating yourself up. I've been teaching this again and again. No beating yourself up for what is. Just recognize this is where I am. Period. Stop. Acknowledge it, accept it. Done. Your thirst will automatically take you forward. Yeah? But if you beat yourself up, again what is happening? Who's beating?
Ego.
First you had a material world ego, now you have a spiritual ego. Recognize this. Oh, new flavor. New flavor in the market, aise aata hai na ice cream. Like that you have a new flavor of ego. Spiritual ego now. Don't go that way. It's the same kua. It's the same well. You're jumping back into the same well. You see what I'm saying? Yeah? No beating yourself up. Recognizing, this is the problem. And being very vigilant after that. Aware. Like a policeman is aware of the criminals. Where are the criminals? They're all here only, inside. The demons are inside. Yes? The Devi in you, the Devi Shakti in you wakes up and is aware now of all the demons. Now stay aware. In the old basic course, when happiness course was basic course, we had this little story of the demons and this Devi who wakes up, and all these demons are nothing but your own ego. Yeah? And the demons and God are playing tug of war. Inside you only there is this God's voice or the good side of you, and then there is this demons inside you, and they are at tug of war. And the moment this Devi wakes up, yeah, that is the awareness. Just her waking up shoos all the demons away. People used to not understand what does it mean in basic course. And we used to call it ego bursting, right? Bursting the ego. With awareness, you can just let the demons, you can shoo the demons away. You understand awareness now, right? Is it sharpening? How many of you don't understand the word awareness? You're getting it now. Very, very clear? So he keeps giving. He doesn't stop giving you anything. Yeah. You grow weary, but you don't stop when you grow weary. So really wake up, wake up. Whenever you get a chance, wake up. The second part of that sutra is Juga Jugantar Khahi Khahi. Through the ages, you keep eating, literally, but it's not eating, but whatever he is giving, you are receiving. You're consuming. Yeah, the correct word in Sanskrit is bhogna. Yeah, he keeps giving and you keep doing bhoga. You keep consuming, keep receiving. And the more you have received, the more greedy you have become. Yes. So wake up whenever you get a chance, get out, move out of this unconscious state and ask yourself, do I really deserve this? This job, this promotion, this life, whatever I have right now, this car. Did I even make an application to God for this? See how he keeps giving. And see my greedy mind, it doesn't stop with that one thing. It wants more. It wants more. It wants more. You want all the Apple products in the house. Or you want all your Samsung products in the house. See how these new things have come up. पुराने ज़माने में फ़ोन भी नहीं होते थे. I used to go to another city to teach. My parents would not even know whether she's reached there, is she alive, is she coming back home safe. Imagine I have seen those days where you used to make a trunk call to talk to your parents and there used to be an operator in the middle. From that to this. So I can see what the phone has done. There are new diseases of the spine because of just staring at the phone, and there are diseases of the thumb and
Wrist.
the wrist, just because of using the phone. And there was a time when we didn't have a phone. It's amazing to see that transition in technology and see how man has become a slave to it. Can you exist without a phone for 3 days? I don't need it, but my family does. See, where is the excuse coming from? All the excuses that come up. Before you open your mouth, first think, where did this come from? Can we be a little more vigilant? Yeah, for the evening, I'm giving you this homework. Very vigilant. See, now, whenever I give a break, you start speaking. What am I saying? Does it make sense? It's all coming from ego and I'm just blabbering. And then afterwards I think, oh, I could have said that in one sentence. I wasted 10 minutes of the person. Check. Sometimes the ego just wants to hear itself speak. Wants to justify something. Check. Keep checking yourself. This entire evening you have to do this homework. Huh? You go home, you start speaking to family members or friend calls, whatever is happening. Keep checking. From where am I speaking? Do I need to say this? Yeah. You will not be able to become silent inside if you're constantly engaged in speaking outside. Not possible. Because your energy is so channelize to impressing him and saying something to her and pleasing him and pleasing her. There is no channelizing of energy in this direction where it is needed. Are you getting it? There can only be one way, right? Either out or in. So check, do I really need to speak right now? Only if you really need to speak, then open your mouth. Otherwise, everything you notice in life is coming from greed. Even you like me is greed. You appreciate one sentence that I say is greed. Are you seeing this? Become very, very vigilant. Why am I opening my mouth right now? Why do I want to say this? Greed for appreciation, greed for somebody else to pat me on my back, greed for somebody to just listen to my bakwas. I'm talking nonsense, but I just want to get rid of this energy. Sometimes you're just so restless inside, you don't know what to do. So you go on blabbering. Have you noticed that? Take that step back. You have lots of energy, please go run half a mile and come back. Don't torture another poor person. Wake up, again and again wake up. Greed is in many aspects, it's not just material. Yeah? Check all the time. An inner check is the real reality check. Any check here is not reality anyways. This is illusion check. But inner check is the reality check. Really checking. Why do I want to say this? Why do I want to do this? A wise man always thinks before he speaks. He always thinks before he acts. So it doesn't matter if you're going to take a pause. Take that pause. Stop being greedy outside. When that mouth which is opening outside stops opening outside, it starts turning inwards, then you can go into inner silence. The last step is the toughest. You notice, no? Getting into gratitude happened easily. Yeah? Then I told you expand, you started expanding also easily. Love comes up easily. Compassion comes up easily. How long could you stay in the isness after getting there? Few seconds. And done. Out again. That last step requires inner silence. Now are you understanding inner silence? Yeah? Then here I'm on and on and on. Even with my thoughts I'm on here. Then I'm only looking at the outside world. To turn inwards. Only that will lead to an inner silence where this greed will drop. It's not about material stuff at all. Clear? Only in that inner silence can you experience true contentment. Pure content. Then you will be able to see that everything that hukum gives is a gift. And there will never be that sense of possession over it. It's a gift. It's not mine. It's a gift. Yeah? The next one is Hukmi Hukum Chalaye Rahu. What is Hukmi Hukum Chalaye Rahu? He is running the show. He is leading the path for us. He is taking us. We think I am carving this journey. I have done this. I have created this. He has created it for me. He has actually broken that path in that grass way for me. I am just walking. And what do I think? I'm magical. By walking, the path is getting created. No. He already laid it down for me. I am just walking and experiencing the path right now. But my problem is my ego is holding on to that path also now. So, hukmi hukam, chala hai raha. He is leading us through his command. So drop this feverishness. Recognize that there is a feverishness. To do, to not do, to act, to not act. Just be, just be. It will happen. Let it happen. Surrender. Just surrender. When you surrender, you let go of the anchors, you will dive deep into the ocean. Be a scuba diver. And you just want to be a surfer. Until you stop surfing, you're just on the surface. Come down. The real beauty is inside. You are saying surfing is also fun, yeah? I'm enjoying surfing. ठीक है? करो. But you're looking for beauty. You're looking for depth. But where are you looking for depth?
On the surface.
On the top. On the surface of the waves, you're looking for depth. You're thirsting for depth. You're thirsting for true meaning. And it's not coming. The waves are not giving it to you. Dive. You have to go in. Do you recognize your fears? Most of us feel, oh, I'll become a sannyasi, I'll become a yogi, I'll stop working. Most of us feel that. You're not going to stop working, don't worry. Yeah. Enlightenment is ego's biggest disappointment. It really is. Ego thinks enlightenment is this, it is that, it is that, it is that, and when it really happens, oh, it was always there. There's nothing new. Ego's waiting for some fireworks, some lighting. Some 4th of July celebration is going to happen when I get enlightened. Nothing like that is going to happen. It's as simple as waking up. Oh, the isness was always there. It's that simple. It is so simple that the ego does not want to accept it. That is why enlightenment is ego's biggest disappointment. No. She's just saying it like that only. Hai na? Isn't your mind, your ego doing that? Observe, observe. There's really nothing new here. You have to just wake up to what is. And you always knew it. You just didn't know it. The day ego falls off, that is enlightenment. Oh. Because he really wants to see. Yeah? He feels in the material world I have attained so much. In the spiritual world I want to attain enlightenment. Not possible. Yeah? It's exact reverse of the material world. You have to drop the ego. The day the ego drops, that's the enlightenment. And then you'll still keep living, yeah, but you won't be the same anymore. And nothing can take you back to it. There is this saying, no? Before enlightenment, I cut wood and I carried water. After enlightenment, I cut wood and I carried water. There's not going to be any difference externally. Internally, you have stopped pedaling on the bicycle. Now the bicycle is just moving because of its past momentum. And it will just keep moving till that momentum is exhausted. That's it, and then you'll kick the bucket. But there is no more peddling and feverishness and karma creation and this and that. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to attain this. All that has dropped off. Now you are just in that ocean of peace. And you embrace that. That is why it is ego's biggest disappointment. And you're not going to get a halo, huh? And yeah, wings and white clothes suddenly appear on your body. Nothing like that is happening. Oh, the ego is really hurt now. Wake up, wake up. It's very simple. Everything is the hukum. Where am I? Anyway, I is a false identity. Then what is the problem in dropping that which is false? What is the problem?
Because I have habit of being in that ego and living that life, mental condition.
Self-hypnosis. Yeah? You recognize, you work on yourself. Everybody has their own reasons. Only when you recognize and you acknowledge and you have the courage to face it. Usually we don't have the courage to face our ego. Have the courage to face it. Eye to eye. Starts weakening in strength. And then it falls off. But only you can do this last step. Nobody can do it for you. You work. You figure out what is my obstacle, what is stopping me from getting there. But still don't attach a feverishness that I want it now. Yeah? Just keep working on yourself. That this is hukum, this is happening. Clear? The path is already laid down for you. That is why you are all here. It's very simple. All you have to do is walk. The problem is you're just standing in one place, frozen, just so scared looking at that path. Tell you, walk, walk, walk. That's what I'm doing. No, it's dark. It's okay. Walk. It's dark. Walk. That's what is going on for the longest time. Move. Walk. He's already laid down the path. God is always taking care of you. Always. He's taken care of you and He will continue to take care of you. And that's what He says in the next sutra. He says, Nanak Vigsai Beparvahu. Means, O Nanak, he is carefree also, and at the same time, he cares for you also. Do you get it? Sometimes when you don't care about it, about something, you're not even concerned about it. You're just, you don't care. Yeah? Can you care for something, whatever it's, some person, and still be carefree?
So you can care more.
Huh?
You cannot be both at the same time.
Yes, you can be both at the same time. That's what I'm telling you. You can be concerned and unconcerned at the same time.
You drop the results of your concern.
Ah,
No expectation from it.
perfect. So this particular situation requires of me to take care in a particular fashion. So I take care, but inside I don't get agitated and worried. So inside I am carefree. Outside I am taking care because the situation requires me to do this. Very clear? I'm teaching this session, I'm answering the questions, but inside me there is no attachment to anybody or anything. Not even to your questions and not even to my answers. God knows from where they come and where they go. Yeah? So at the core, total carefree. Complete relaxation. There is no restlessness, agitation, worry. Yeah? But in the hands while doing the action, doing it with complete care. You see that? This is the quality that Nanak talks about. You can be caring as well as carefree at the same time.
Is it like karma kar karma ke piche fal ki इच्छा मत कर.
Just like that.
Drop attachment.
Let go of that attachment.
Is that on the thought level you're carefree? And on the action level you're doing 100%?
Thought level नहीं, attachment. अंदर attachment ही नहीं है. कोई expectation ही नहीं है. You're not expecting this way or that way. Getting it? No attachment. No want that it should be like this or it should not be like this. Absolutely free here. Chilled out. Cool. Cool dude. Yeah. That एकदम chilled out kind of center, but at the periphery doing everything perfectly, carefully, as it is required. It is required from that situation. Hukum has made me in this position to do this. Just do that. Finish. After that, wash your hands and out the door. No looking back. That's being caring and carefree. Concerned as well as unconcerned. There is no indifference. There is no dvesha in this. Did you notice? It's coming out of total love. You've done it actually. When your little child was playing with a toy and broke the doll's hand and started crying, oh my God, the end of the world. What did you do? You go, you hug the child, you fix the doll's hand and you give it to her. Are you shaking from inside? Are you getting it? From inside you are carefree, but from outside you care for her, you calm her down and you fix her doll's hand and give it to her. Understood? We've all done it, right?
Yeah.
So we can all do this. Yeah? So today's homework. When you go back home with your family, you are going to be
Carefree.
caring and carefree. Only caring chhod diya. Very smart. Caring plus carefree. Very clear? Beautiful, no? These bodies are very simple. Very simple path. Very simple and straightforward. Next, we'll start tomorrow morning. Do you have any other questions?
Didi, the doll example, that doll was small. That situation is much smaller.
But you've done it. That was just to revive a memory that I've done it before. So I know what that state is.
So when it comes to actual life, because of my attachment, it is big. And then in that, I'm lost.
When for that little girl, for that 4, 5, 6-year-old girl whose doll's hand broke, wasn't it the end of the world?
Yes.
It's a very big thing for the child. If you really understand child psychology, it's a very big thing. They get conditioned, they get so attached, they can have heartbreaks with dolls. You know this, right? There are child psychologists. It can affect them so much. Yeah. So understand this, that even at that tender age, you can feel this doll's hand breaking is a big thing, just like your big job attachment, right? Nothing but a doll's hand for me. Are you seeing this? Yeah. So you can also get to that stage where you just see it as a play at the periphery. Rajshri is just playing this role here like this, like this, like this. But inside, she knows, oh, I am not this body-mind complex called Rajshri. I play this role in office or at home or with people because that's the name given to Rajshri and that's the role given by Hukum. I just play my part very well. Here at the center, I am untouched by that part. Are you getting it? Then only can you be very peaceful, whichever way life goes. Then life will not bother you. Then life will not be a sangharsh, it's not any more war. Are you getting it? Then life is just a blossoming of your surrender. It is in your hands which way you want to take your life.
I think and analyze too much. I think and analyze thoroughly before every act of mine. Even with becoming too much on the head. That's what you're referring to. The wise one always thinks. This is with reference to what you said as the wise one always thinks before this.
No. He does not think that he makes himself so feverish like you. You have toppled over. Yeah? Everything has two ends. You really need to know when am I toppling over and becoming over analytical. Then though people in the mental asylum will say, oh, I thought so much that I landed up here. There are two extremes to everything. Only you can go within and check whether you have toppled off to one or the other extreme. Yeah? Some people don't think before speaking at all. They just go on and on and on and on and on and they regret later. And some people think so much that they don't even ask the questions they really want to ask. You have to see where you are. I can only point you in a particular direction, but you have to find that perfect balance within you. Yeah? So there is no more questions. You can leave for the day. Yeah? Keep doing your homework. Yeah? Be very vigilant what you are going to open your mouth and just say. Do I need to say this? Yeah? Start with just the speaking part today. We'll add more part tomorrow. But this is the most difficult part for most of us. Yeah? So just be very vigilant. Speech comes from thought. First there is a thought, then there is speech. See if you can catch yourself at the thought level. Clear? Very clear what is the homework, and there are the small homeworks, and your bag should be full by tomorrow morning. You should be asking for a second bag tomorrow morning. Yeah, see, he's already asking for a second bag. Yeah? Chal. Then I'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. sharp. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.